Good afternoon, everyone. So today's in this paper, I am going to deal with the topic of presentation from survival to supermom, framing the shift in gendered motherhood in the joys of motherhood and contemporary culture. So by bringing this topic, I'll deal that the concept of motherhood has evolved through the time, like we see in the Nigeria to the contemporary time, but does it really evolve in a way that the justice to the woman and their sacrifice we find? So my personal and academic information table of contents. So my research question is, how do gendered expectation of motherhood shift from survival based roles in colonial Nigeria to performance based role in contemporary culture? And what does this transition reveal about the structural regulation of female identity? And hypothesis is, although the shift reflects a transition from colonial capitalism to neoliberal productivity, where the concept of super mom in contemporary time comes. So this motherhood remains the most effective cultural mechanism through which women's labor, legitimacy, and social recognition are structured and disciplined. While the criteria for success have evolved from material survival to symbolic performance, the underlying regulatory function and the reprivatization of care labor remains structurally persistent. So, introduction. Motherhood has evolved from the marital survival strategy to symbolic performance in contemporary time. So, in colonial era, Nuigo's blind adherence to children. Childing was the economic contrast for social legitimacy and old age insurance. So today, the neoliberal supermom is disciplined by success and strain paradox, where value is earned through a aestheticized balance of career and intensive parenting. Despite this modernization, motherhood remain an adaptive regulatory mechanism that continues to privatize care labor and tether a woman's moral worth to her ability absorbed in systematic burdens. So, motherhood beyond biological, defining gendered expectation. So, the concept of motherhood, we can consider it as socially constructed, as all the burden of the motherhood generally in our society upon the mother itself, not the father. So, it is rather considering biological, it is socially constructed, and feminization of care. So, the it is given automatic destiny and creating a gendered benchmark that woman is only responsible for the upbringing of the child's and nourishment status. So, and gendered asymmetry, like unlike fatherhood, motherhood requires a dissolution of the self. The mother has to sacrifice his life rather than, unlike the father. And if you see in context of colonial Nigeria, when motherhood meant survival, so Igbo fertility norms, we know that how the birth of child was considered the most important thing, and economic imperative, like it was considered as old age insurance, and making reproduction in literal strategy for economic survival. Then colonial destabilization, it has destabilized traditional support system, forcing women to clinch motherhood as the primary path to social and economical protection. Nuigo's internalized logic of viewing motherhood, especially the birth of sons and her guarantee of future stability. And Nuigo and economics of reproductive labor. So burden of adherence for the survival and the other reasons. Then reproductive bodies. It was considered it was considered the duty of the woman. Then normalized sacrifice in patriarchal society, how the sacrifice of mother is normalized. Conditional legitimacy, how colonial motherhood regulate identity. So social erasure, in case of Nuigo, we find then bargaining recognition like bargaining in cheap. So and then here for how would she be able to face the world after what had happened. And then the illusion of fulfillment, as discussed earlier. Then double operation, colonial capitalism and patriarchal control, like woman had two fulfillment, one of is burden of patriarchy and another is burden of motherhood, the role she has to play. Then transition from communal survival to neoliberal performance. Nowadays women are expected to work in economic sector or other sector as well as to perform the duty of mother. So economic pivot is one of the major concern here. Then productive body, as discussed, and modernizing the mechanism. Then the super mom ideal performance as the new maternal standard, as mother has to deal with everything, like multitasking as a moral virtue. So they are adhered to the multitasker values. Then performative productivity, they had to deal with so many tasks or duties at the same time. The super mom as a neoliberal disciplinary construct. Like in India, we have the concept of Shakti given to the women. Like by giving the title, you are giving them role of paying duties to both the side, like the strength while normalizing the expectation also. Then digital surveillance, if we see, so how digital platform has changed this notion. Then modern mask, like women had to women to hide the articulated struggle of motherhood behind curated image of success and visibility as regulation. Emotional discipline and guilt economy, like how in contemporary time they have to suffer in all the areas. Then how with the contrast of male dominant society, they have to suffer is care as feminized labor considered. Then what shift it reveals adaptive regulation across time. So we find the shift from colonial time to neoliberal time, but does it really change the or just evolve the concept? Then the conclusion we find is that the shift from Nuigo's material struggle for survival to supermom symbolic performance of balance reflect a transition from colonial capitalism to neoliberal productivity culture. But however, this change in context does not dismantle regulation. It merely transforms its criteria. Where colonial motherhood measured value through fertility and sacrifice, contemporary motherhood measure it through productivity, visibility, emotional management. In both the system, women's identity remains structured and disciplined through maternal expectations. True gender equality would therefore require rethinking the structural norms that continues to equate womanhood with a regulated maternal performance. So my learning outcome, motherhood as governance, the survival performance shift, and the reprivatization of care, the conditional legitimacy and structural continuity. The references I have used for these presentations. And thank you. Now, questions are welcome.
My question is, to what extent does the idealize of the motherhood function as the moral narrative that masks structural inequality to transforming the systemic concerns into the personal responsibility?
We have glorified the term motherhood, as when we say the mother, or as in Indian context we give the name Shakti. So by glorifying, just though we are giving them personal identical mark, but as well as we are hiding some of the thing, like they had to deal with so many things. So these are contrasting with what society is giving to the mothers.
My question is, can motherhood ever exist outside structure of power, or it always shaped by political and economic forces?
So it's also discussed in the presentation also. Motherhood is a concept structured by the society. Like in society, various norms are there. Though the concept has evolved, but does it really evolve in the sense that it gives the true freedom, true justice to the woman? Will have to think upon in contemporary time also, because to a large extent it is constructed by the power, whether it is political term or economical term. So this was from my side. Thank you.